Hello friends, this video on Kingdom Animalia part 21 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Non-chordates. So now we will talk about the classification of chordata. First we will see on what basis were the chordates classified, and then we will see what are the different categories into which they were classified. Now this phylum chordata was further classified based upon the presence of the notochord. I mean, for how long the notochord. Now we know that all members of chordata will have the notochord present. Now the question was, for how long the notochord present? In some of them it was present throughout lifetime. In some it was present only for a certain period of time. Then the next basis was where the notochord is present. So depending upon all such details about the notochord, it was classified into two types, that is protochordata and vertebrata. So protochordata was those types of chordata in which the notochord was present. Vertebrata were those type of chordata where the notochord was present during the embryonic development and later it got replaced by a vertebral column. So from that vertebral column came the name vertebrata. So here in vertebrata, notochord replaced by vertebral column in adults. And in protochordata, notochord was present. Now this protochordata was further classified into two types, urochordata and cephalochordata. Now this classification was based on where the notochord is present. So it was clear that in protochordata, notochord has to be present. It will never get vanished. But where that notochord is present, based on that it was divided into two types, urochordata and cephalochordata. So now we will first discuss about urochordata, then we will discuss about cephalochordata, and at last we will talk about vertebrata. So let us start our discussion with urochordata. In urochordata, notochord is present only in the larval tail. So the notochord is not present throughout the length of the body. It is present only in the larval tail. As I said, based on where the notochord is present, the classification of protochordata was done. So here it is present only in the larval tail. That is the tail of the larva. Notochord exists up to larval stages. It doesn't exist throughout life. It exists only up to the larval stages. Now when the larva grows up to form adult, the notochord vanishes. Presence of hollow dorsal nerve cord is there. Presence of gill clefts are there. They are marine animals. So these were some of the important features of urochordata. So as you see, this is a feature of chordata which is there. This is also a feature of chordata, just that the notochord is not present throughout lifetime. Pharyngeal gill slits, they are present in the form of gill clefts. They are all marine animals. Some of the examples of urochordata are Ascidia, Salpa and Doliolum. So these are some of the examples of urochordata. Now, these kingdom urochordata, we actually do not have many species remaining now because most of the species have already become extinct. So when I talk about these protochordata, not only urochordata but the protochordata as a whole, we actually have so many species which have already become extinct. So we have just handful of species which are left behind. So in this urochordata, we have organisms like this. So if you look at them, sometimes it becomes really hard to believe that they are all chordates. But yes, they are. Because even they don't look like a human being, but still they share some of the basic common features because of which they also fall under the same phylum as that of human beings. So let us talk about cephalochordata. So let us see where is the notochord present in cephalochordata. So here the notochord extends from head to tail. So throughout the body it is present. it exists throughout the life. So these are the two differences between Urochordata and Cephalochordata. In Urochordata, it exists only till larval stage. Here it exists throughout life. In Urochordata, it extends only in the tail region, and here it extends from head to tail. Expanded gill system. These organisms are found in the sandy bottoms of oceans. So they are not found in areas where there is lot of water. Instead, they are found in areas where there is lot of sand or mud. So in those sandy or muddy areas, they are found. Example is Brachiostoma. So this is an example of Cephalochordata. So now if you look at it from far, it gives the appearance of a fish. It looks like a fish, even though it doesn't have the fins of the fishes, or it doesn't have those features which a fish have, but the shape gives a rough image of a fish. So this Brachiostoma is an example of a Cephalochordata. Thank you. Please visit www.examfear.com to watch more videos, attempt free online test, get free study material, find tutors and mentors. Thank you once again.